I think what I'll do for the record while I wait for Senator Blumenthal, I had a statement I was going to enter into the record. I'll just enter it verbally. I wanted to thank all of you for being here and to discuss one of the most devastating events that happened to the Gulf of Mexico and to the states that border it. I do think first and foremost today we should pay tribute to the 11 souls who lost their lives on that tragic day. Their families and friends are in our thoughts, especially today as we reflect on the past 5 years and on the need to ensure other Americans do not suffer the same fate. This oil spill in April of 2010 had an impact on small businesses that rely on fishing and on tourism dollars, and that impact's been tremendous. The event happened during the busy time for my state's beaches, and local economies along the Gulf Coast felt the brunt of it. Hotel reservations were canceled, restaurants sat empty, and those vital tourist dollars plummeted. Coupled with what I believe were the administration's actions to close 88,500 square miles of the Gulf to fishing, 131,000 jobs that were supported by $12.8 billion per year were negatively impacted. And the environmental impacts were also widespread. An estimated 4.9 million barrels of oil flowed through that habitat that is home to more than 15,000 species. Wildlife washed ashore covered in oil. Marshes, which serve as a habitat for wildlife, suffocated and died, and deep-sea coral colonies showed signs of tissue damage. The term blowout preventer was on everyone's tongue while live underwater shots of oil spewing into the waters of the Gulf was happening. For 87 days, the nation watched and waited for a fix. Today, we've been hearing from you about how technology has evolved to address the shortcomings of that well. Innovations in equipment design and important changes to response measures will hopefully prevent another catastrophic event, and technological advances have also been made to address any remediation necessary as quickly and as effectively as possible. I'm encouraged by this progress made through ongoing recovery efforts, and I'm even prouder of the resiliency of the communities, the businesses, and the people that were impacted. And I'm pleased, as Senator Nelson highlighted earlier, that the Restore Act money is finally being made available to continue the recovery efforts on the ground. So I want to thank all of you for your insight here today. I look forward to continued dialogue on these issues. Senator Blumenthal. Well, I want to thank all of you, all four of you, for being here today, for your testimony, for your time. Before we adjourn, I wanted to, on behalf of the Chairman, enter 2 letters into the record. One is from the Gulf of Mexico University Research Collaborative, dated April 28, 2014. And the other is from the Louisiana State University Office of Research and Economic Development, April 28, 2015. And I enter the second letter despite the fact that LSU will be routinely humiliated by the University of Florida on the football field over the next few years. But this is fine. We'll enter into the record without objection. So again, I want to thank all of you for being a part of this. The hearing record is going to remain open for 2 weeks, so we're going to ask senators to submit questions for the record. During that period of time, we would ask that if you receive these questions, that you would submit their written answers to the committee as soon as possible. Again, thank you for being a part of this today, and with that, the hearing is now adjourned.